Welcome back to the Raleigh Oaks Baseball Club here on OOTP 25. The division round has been set, and we have an opponent that we have never played in a playoff round. It is the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Raleigh Oaks. It's the Royals and the Reds in the other National League matchup, and over in the American League, we have the Angels losing in the wild card, so it is the Padres and the Dodgers and the Yankees and the Mets in the Subway Series in the other series. But we are obviously going to be taking a look at what this Toronto Blue Jays team looks like. They won 88 games this year, just barely did not win the Great Lakes Division. And this is a team that we really have no history with. We did not really have any sort of connection to them with Los Angeles when we were with the Angels, and we have not really come up against them here or we just haven't at all with the Raleigh Oaks. So I am seeing. Yes, this is Mike Frischker. Why does this guy sound familiar? It's because I took him in round 4 of the draft in 2037. That is why this guy sounds familiar. And the post-me Angels traded this guy to the Blue Jays, and he is now their center fielder, putting up a 4 WAR for them this season after even just being on their team last year. 6 WAR in AAA, finally getting his chance, and he was pretty good for them. But just taking a look here at the team stats page for them, they did finish strong, 18-10, 16-11 in the last 2 months of the season, even 14. I mean, yeah, they were really good. They had a poor couple first months, but they were really good the rest of the season from there. I mean, number 1 in batting average, number 1 in hits, second in strikeouts. They don't steal a ton, but this is definitely a really good offense. 5th in runs scored. They can score some damn runs. Their problem is they don't pitch well. The starters weren't bad. They did limit average decently well, and they strike out a lot of guys, but the rest of this stuff is not great. Bullpen was terrible. The home runs allowed was terrible. They walk too many guys. They don't play great defense. So we really just have to jump out and take advantage of their pitching because it's not good. But take a look at this pitching staff here. Their ace is Ismael Barajas, the Venezuelan left-hander, 33 years old. Looks like he's a control, limit home runs, ground ball sort of guy. He's been here in Toronto for his entire career, and he's been steady, decent, solid sort of guy for them. Their next best pitcher is J.J. Miller, 27-year-old right-hander out of Chicago. They got him in a trade with the Colorado Rockies, another ground baller they have here on this staff. He's been in Toronto the past 3 seasons, and he's been pretty solid in all 3 of those seasons. Nothing too crazy, though. And then we moved on to their bullpen, where Andy Sankey is their closer. This guy is just straight up a monster. He's actually a damn good reliever. They have this guy, and I imagine they really don't have anybody else in their bullpen. They do have Josh Hofer, who they picked up here at the deadline from Colorado. Former Raleigh Oak for a season, then went to Colorado and was pretty decent in 2043. Then he got traded he got traded from the Yankees to Colorado, I think was what happened. No, he was claimed off waivers by the Yankees while with Colorado because they waived him even though he was putting up good numbers. Then he was in that Yankee team that we faced in the World Series, and then he went back to Colorado this year, and then they traded him for something, even though he was pitching terribly. I mean, I don't understand how I don't know. Why did Colorado not trade him the first year? But then, they've also got Danny Waits, who looks like he was putting up good numbers in their rotation this year, but is now in the bullpen here in this postseason. I have never heard of that town in my life. Alfredo Cornejo is somebody that we had, I believe. Yes. This was a guy who we had in, the first offseason with Raleigh. I believe, yes. We picked him up in that first offseason. It was not really any good for us, and we just kind of never really used him too much, and we let him walk, and now he's here in this playoff bullpen for the Toronto Blue Jays. Has really good stuff, just doesn't really know where it's going, but he was pretty good for them this year, so definitely an option for them out of the pen. Daniel Cardoza sounds familiar as well. Did we have him in Los Angeles? We did. We had him for 1 year. Oh, no, this was 2043. Never mind. I guess he was with Miami back then. I don't know. He sounds familiar. But yeah, not exactly a lot of good stuff here. I mean, they have multiple guys in their playoff bullpen here who have negative WARs. Negative 1.8, negative 1.1. Nate Cheek here had 15 meltdowns, not great, and then Chris Haven, I guess he was a starter, and had a starter and bullpen, -2 win probability added. I mean, he's just awful. This guy has had multiple negative WAR seasons, and he's somehow still getting employed for multi-million dollars. But then this is what actually bangs for them, their lineup. Chase Bess is their best hitter. He's wrecked, though, and I'm just going to assume that for lore purposes, this is Omari Bess's brother. Chase Bess here has been in Toronto his entire career, and he has been a very, very good player. Or not very good, he's been a solid player for his whole career in Toronto, consistently a triple-digit WRC+. This season's very funny. He had the most plate appearances, and he had a sub-1 WAR. That is very funny. I'd imagine he was the DH that season. That was 2039. Where did he play in 2039? Yeah, he was probably DH because he played a little bit of first, a little bit of third, but mainly I'd imagine DH. Mike Frisker, we already talked about. He put up a 4 WAR for them. Luis Arroyo put up a 4 WAR for them if you round up. This guy has also been in Toronto his entire career. He is a franchise cornerstone for them. Consistently like a 4 WAR plus player. Really good WRC pluses. He's had a 50 home run season in the past. He is like their big bopper. They also have Chris Rutland, who is a catcher who they kept. Yes, this was one of their good catchers they had. They kept him. Really good framer, really solid power hitter as well. He's also been here his entire career, just putting up 2 to 3 WAR every season. Then they have Shamel Scheider, who's a young first baseman. They have 6th round pick in 2039. And this was his first year in the big leagues, made the jump from high A, Vancouver, up to the big leagues, and he was really, really good. 40-plus doubles, 14 home runs, with an 882 OPS in his rookie season, walked more than he struck out with a 397 OBP. He's definitely somebody we need to look out for. Then they have like Jesus Lira put up 2 WAR for them. He's wrecked, but he's playing 23 home runs, 20 doubles. Jinho Kim, avoid strikeout sort of guy, really good contact hitter. When he gets on base, he can steal a bunch of bags too. Although he didn't do that this year, but he was a bench player. He is starting right now, though. Chris DeBuch is their shortstop, another sort of high contact gap power guy, has a little bit of pop too. From Lincoln, Nebraska, and he went to Oklahoma. That's a fail on the Cornhuskers' part. Sean LaForce is another catcher they have who is a backup and pretty damn good. They're starting this guy, Tristan DeRue, who seems to be pretty decent. So they have themselves quite a bit of really good bats on this team. That's definitely something we need to look out for, but the pitching is something we should be able to take advantage of, at least hopefully. And then just very quickly, before we start up this actual series, our rotation 1 to 4 is going to be Morales, Mendoza, Cincamani, and Josephat. And then in the bullpen, Nazario, Carmona, Bayer are our 3 main guys. Conald, Holmes, Senegal are the next tier. And then it's Clyte, Lucy, and Zion behind them. As far as the lineups goes, same thing, both sides. Langarisa DH, Rodriguez in left, Griego in right, Ramirez at first, Amancio catching, Tapia at second, Gusty at third, Vizcaino at shortstop, and Pineda at center. Now, Vizcaino and Caffin basically spent the whole season every other game. It would go Caffin, then Vizcaino, then Caffin, then Vizcaino. So it could very well be something where we're if Vizcaino doesn't get it done the first 2 games, we'll put in Caffin, and then if he doesn't get it done, we'll put Vizcaino back in. It's a very fluid situation. You look at his numbers here. He was good in both August and September. Will Caffin is currently on fire, though, because he was really good in September, so we'll have to see. At least game 1 will be Vizcaino. It'll probably be a day-to-day, game-to-game basis for the shortstop position. Oliar, I would imagine, will probably mix in a bit as well, probably mainly against left-handed pitching. And then Vince Yates is a backup right now. He is the main backup outfielder, but definitely somebody we are going to be looking to mix in at some points, whether it's a pinch hitter, whether it's a guy who comes in late in the games as a defensive replacement, or just on the bases. We're probably going to be seeing him at some point. Here we are, getting ready for Game 1 of the 2044 NLDS Raleigh Oaks, Toronto Blue Jays, you can see the position head-to-head. The only position they have an edge on is shortstop, but I mean, it's basically a tie. They're both 55s. Come on, give it to us. Our guy was solid. He had a better OPS on the season, too. I'm sure he's better defensively as well. He is. We should be getting the edge there. I don't understand why they're getting the edge. It should be all Raleigh Oaks down the board here. But let's get into it. Game 1. So top 1 here in Raleigh. Hit him with a little wrist action. And they've already scored a run. So it's 1-0 Toronto here. They have a man on third base with nobody out. Let's pitch around Chase Bess with first base open as we're wearing our high sock alternates. Morales punches him out for out number 1. Let's pitch around with first base open. Little fly ball to left field. They do not tag him up. That's 2 down. And we'll pitch around once again. Gets past Amancio. That'll score a second run. So the Blue Jays jump off to a 2-0 lead here. And we're just going to go after Scheider. Little flare shot into right field. That'll be 3 down. But the Blue Jays do strike first in this game. Move things on to the bottom of the first. We have a runner on second, but it's 2 outs for Juan Ramirez, who grounds one softly to third base, and we do nothing. So now we move things on top 2. They do nothing. We hit a home run. That was Tapia. Or it might have been Amancio. It might have been Amancio. Can we see who it was? It was Tapia. Tapia solo home run. I could have just looked. It says he has 1 home run. I'm stupid. So it's a 2-1 ball game. Nothing else going on in the inning. Top 3. Morales gets into a bit of a jam here, first and second. Nobody out for Jinho Kim. Going right after him. The 2-2 counts. Ground ball right side. Ramirez gets the runner at second base, but he only gets 1. So runners on the corners now with 1 out for Chase Bess, who rips one down the right field line, and they are going to extend their lead. That will probably clear the bases, if I had to imagine. It doesn't, or it only scores 1. Okay, so it's a 3-1 ball game. Second and third, 1 out. Luis Arroyo. Do I intentionally walk here? I mean, it's their big bopper, but then behind him is this dude. So let's just pitch around him. 1-1. Diving stop. He probably wouldn't have got a double play, though, on that, so they do tack on 1 more. 4-1. Let's pitch around again. 2-2 to Scheider. Struck him out. They do tack on 2 more in the inning, though. It's a 4-1 Blue Jays lead. Now it's bottom 3. We do nothing. Scoreless frame. Boom. First and second. 1 out for Rocky Gusty. 2-2 count to him. He grounds into a 6-4-3 double play. And we do nothing. Move things on top 5. Still a 4-1 game. Scoreless frame. We get a man on second. Langarisa, hard hit ball, but caught on a slide by the left fielder, Daru. 2 down, runner on second for Luis Rodriguez, who slaps one out to right field. That should score Pineda and make it a 4-2 ball game as we cut their lead in half. Rodriguez, let's see if we can steal second base here. He's off. He does not like it. Let's just swing away now. As Griego pops one off the left field. That'll be the third out of the inning. We move things on top 6. Morales, scoreless frame, bottom 6. We get 2 on with 2 outs for Alvaro Vizcaíno, who hits a slow dribbler at the shortstop, cannot beat it out. We strand 2 runners. It's top 7. Morales has 95 pitches. We are taking him out. And we are going to bring on lefty, righty, lefty. Let's just bring on Tim Bayer. Tim Bayer comes in the game and gets hit for a solo shot, or it might have been a double or something, and it's still not over. Can you get at it from here, please? Probably should have taken him out at that point. Instead, it's going to be a 6-2 lead, as Tim Bayer cannot get it done. They have a righty up. That's their subs. Let's just... I mean, I don't want to bring Carmona in for one batter. Let's just bring in Kurt Holmes. Kurt Holmes will come in. 1-0 count. Ground ball. Somehow gets through Tapia, who had, what, like a 15 ZR this season? That'll score another one at 7-2. Now it's Chase Bess. Amancio does not throw out the runner. And Chase Bess hits a home run. Jesus Christ, it's 9-2. Let's, I guess we're just burning Kurt Holmes this game. Half inning that, get out of it. But let's just half inning at this point. Oh, we tack on 3, okay. I don't really care how we did it, but Kurt Holmes here. 2 on. Let's just pitch to him. 1-2 to Chris Rutland. Ground ball gets up the middle. That will not score a run right now. Its bases juiced, 1 out. Holmes, lefty on lefty, could possibly work a double play. Strikes out to Rue. Now it's to Butch. Go after him. Ground ball right side. Keeps it at 9-5. Suddenly we're only down by 4 here, but we have 2 frames to do something with it. So they bring on Andy Sankey, their closer here, who only has 25 stamina for a 2-inning appearance here. Let's see if we can get to him here. Let's just go batter by batter. Why not? We'll swing away with Tapia. He's just going to strike out. Or just grounds out to first base. Then it's Rocky Gusty. He strikes out. Now we get Vizcaino. He's hitless this game. Let's bring in Will Caffin as a pinch hitter. Why not? He'll also play short, obviously. Swing away. Draws a walk. All right, he's getting the start next game. That's that. Pineda. Ground ball. Nothing going. End of the 8th. We're still down 4. Top 9. We are going to bring... fuck it. Let's just bring Zion in the game. Cannot get out of it quite cleanly. That's a deep fly ball, but it should be 2 down. It is indeed. Next batter up is Jesus Lira. He goes down swinging. Then it's up us at the plate. Down to our final chance here, or the frame. Down by 4. Let's just half inning. Why not? We do nothing. 9-5 is the final. They take game 1 with a 1-0 series lead. Alrighty, top 1 here. Game 2. The only change that we have made is Will Caffin is playing shortstop for us this game. Santiago Mendoza on the bump for us. It's that Miller guy or whatever his name is for them. J.J. Miller, the 27-year-old. Here we go. Top 1. Score this frame. We're cooking. First and second. 1 out. Here for Juan Ramirez. Ground ball right side. Please do not ground into a 3-6-3. It's not. He beats it out in the back end. So 2 down. Runners on the corners here for Juan Amancio, who hits a dribbler, and it's botched. I couldn't figure out the word I wanted to say. It was botched by the shortstop. We score on the error. 1-0 Raleigh. Santiago Tapia's up now. Works a full count. And he goes down swinging. But we do tack on 1 to take a lead. Top 2, Mendoza gives up a solo shot. Gets out of it from there. Bottom 2, we do nothing. Mendoza in a bit of trouble here, but 2 outs. Gets Best to pop up for out number 3. As Caffin squeezes the glove on that. Move things on bottom 3. Langarisa leadoff triple. Luis Rodriguez full count. Spits on ball 4. He's going to try to steal second base. He's in there. Second and third. 1 out. 1-0 to Griego. Works a full count. And rips one down the line. That'll get into the corner. That should score 2 easily. And Luis Griego clears the bases with an RBI double. 2 RBI double. Makes it a 3-1 lead for the Raleigh Oaks. As we are still cooking here in this inning. It's Juan Ramirez up. 1-1 count to him. He bloops one out to left field. Caught for out number 1. But Griego tags on a fly ball to left field, and he's in there. So he's 90 feet away from scoring for Juan Amancio, who hits one right side. That'll score the run. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Anything else going? We get a runner on second for Rocky Gusty, who pops one up in the infield. The catcher will put that one away. We move things on to the 4th, but we do have a 4-1 lead now. Scoreless frame for Mendoza. Scoreless frame for Miller. Same for Mendoza. And we get a runner on second base, and Nate Cheek, one of the negative WAR relievers, has come in the game here for the Blue Jays. Interesting choice, first out of the bullpen. I do like he's wearing 89. I'm a big high numbers guy. And Griego up at the dish. 1-2 count. Skies it in the infield. Shortstop calls off the pitcher. 1 down. Now it's for Ramirez. Ground ball at the shortstop. 2 down. Runner moves up to third. Now it's Amancio. Just take the first pitch. Why not? In there for a strike. Now you swing away. It's a full count. He spits on ball 4. Bases. We have first and second with 2 outs for Santiago Tapia, who's first pitch swinging. Hits a hard ball to center field, but caught by Frischker. And move things on to the top of the 6th. Mendoza in a bit of trouble here. We're going to go to the bullpen. I'm not going to risk him pitching here. It's 2 down, the start of an AB, runner on second base. Don't think we're going to go to Carmona here, but I think we're going to go to Connell. Steve Connell then out of the bullpen. 2-1 count. Ground ball left side. That gets through. And they're going to try to score, but he's dead meat. Luis Rodriguez making a defensive play. It's a 4-2 ball game as we move things on. Bottom 6. Nothing going for us. Top 7. Nothing going for them. We tack on one more. That had to have been a Rodriguez home run. Make it 5-2. And we're still cooking here. What happened? It's a 6-2 ball game because Rodriguez hit a solo shot to lead things off. Then back-to-back strikeouts. Amancio singles. They bring in Cornejo, the former Oak. And then Tapia hits a double to drive in Amancio. So now it is 6-2. Runner on second for Rocky Gusty. He strikes out. Move things on top 8. Scoreless frame for our pitcher. It's now bottom 8. Caffin gets on. Let's just half it. We tack on 2 more. Let's see what it was exactly. Caffin single. 2-run blast from Jesus Pineda. Break out of that cold streak. Let's go. Top 9. Let's just leave Connell on. He's getting fatigued, but it's 2 outs. It's 2 outs, 2 strikes. Let him pitch through it. And he gets a little flare shot to first base. 8-2 ball game. That's your final. We have tied the series up at 1 game apiece. Here we are in Game 3 as the series moves to Toronto. We're here at the Rogers Center. Top 1, they have Josh Hofer, the Rutgers man, on the bump. And we have Mike Cinquemani going today. Once again, it's the same lineup with Will Caffin playing shortstop. Let's get into it. Hofer works a scoreless frame. Cinquemani. 2 outs, 2 on. Ground ball, that'll be a scoreless frame. Move things on top 2 now. We hit a solo shot. Santiago Tapia delivers. 1-0 for the Oaks. And then Gusty gets on second base for Will Caffin. The Aussie shortstop. Ground ball up the middle. Diving stop by DeButch. Huge play for him. That saves a run. It's now a 1-0 game. It's still a 1-0 game, rather. 2 outs. Gusty on third base. Jesus Pineda. Slow dribbler at the second base. End of the inning. So it's still a 1-0 game. Move things on, bottom 2. They tie it up with a solo shot, and Cinquemani gets out of it from there. Top 3. We get the first 2 runners on, and it is Luis Griego. 2-1 count. Hard hit ball to center field, but caught on a line by Frischker. Both runners stay where they are. And then the hitless Juan Ramirez comes up to the plate. Take that first pitch for a strike. And bloops one into center field. Langarisa, yeah, we're not running on his arm. That's too shallow. Bases are drunk here. Top 3, 1 out for Juan Amancio. Take that first pitch. In there for a strike. I mean, Hofer's just punching him in there. But then Amancio. What is that animation? I complain about the animations of this game all the time. What was that? That guy just ran up a wall. I mean, that's a hell of a way to make a grand slam weird. Juan Amancio, 4 runs off 1 swing of the bat. A grand salami for the franchise catcher. Makes it a 5-1 Raleigh Oaks lead as they are back on top. They bring in Daniel Cardoza out of the pen. We do nothing else. Cinquemani in some trouble. 4-6-3 perhaps? 4-6-3 gets out of the inning. Still 5-1. Top 4. We tack on another one. That was Griego with a home run. Or no, it can't be Griego. What am I saying? I guess that was Langarisa with a home run. Hell yeah. Anything else this inning? No. Bottom 4, Cinquemani gives up a solo shot, gets out of it from there. Top 5. We get 2 runners on, let's just half it. We tack on 1 more. Bottom 5, scoreless frame. We do nothing else. Another solo shot, gets at it from there. They bring in a guy named Gustav. They have a German reliever. Damn. That's crazy. This guy should be in the Bundesliga, not out here. But it's top 7. He works a scoreless frame. Cinquemani. Let's see if we can get through 1 more inning. Okay. Yeah, we're taking him out. We are taking him out. It's a 3-run game. Carmona hasn't thrown. Let's just bring in Carmona. Gets out of it. It's top 8. Okay. They get a run on Carmona. That's odd. That one was hit hard, but it's caught at the track. 2 down. Suddenly a 2-run game. DeButch, let's pitch around him with first base open. Tapia makes the play. They tack on 1 more, but it's still in the lead. Top 9. We do nothing else. Bottom 9, we're going to bring in Nazario. Where the hell is he? Here he is. Juan Nazario in for the close. He gives up a solo shot. 2 outs. Go after this man, please. That's a base knock. The go-ahead run is at the dish. Okay. Go after him. Struck him out. Made it a bit tighter than it needed to be with all those solo shots they hit. But a 7-6 victory as we take a 2-1 lead here in the DS. Here we are for Game 4 in Toronto. Top 1, Juan Flores pitching here for the Blue Jays, a 23-year-old Dominican left-hander. And then we have Josephat pitching for us today. It's the same lineup, but Vizcaíno is at shortstop today. I thought about bringing in Yates and Olejar because it's a lefty, but we just decided to keep the way it is. I thought about possibly benching Ramirez, just give him like 1 day off, get Yates in there. But we decided to just keep rolling with this, but then give Vizcaíno a chance back at shortstop. So here we are, top 1. And we already score a run. It was a single from Langarisa, and then Griego hits a double to drive him in. So now he's on second base for Juan Ramirez. Crack to center field. And that's why you go with the gut, baby. Juan Ramirez. He's saying, oh, you thought it would take me out of the game? You thought it would take me out of the game, coach? Watch this. 420 to dead center. How about that? 3-0 Raleigh Oaks here in the top of the first. Anything else? We're tacking on even more. We're tacking on even more. Amancio draws a walk, and then Santiago Tapia is saying, I'm going homer as well. I'm going to hit a homer as well. So it's top one. We're up 5-0. There's still only one out. They finally get out of it. So top one, or bottom one now. Josephat gets out of it from there. So top two. We tack on one more. Let's just half it. All right. Josephat clean inning. Nothing for us. Clean inning for Josephat. Nothing for us. Clean inning for Josephat. Nothing for us. Clean inning for Josephat. Nothing for us. Josephat. 2 on, 1 out. Ooh, just over the outreach glove of Tapia. That should end the shutout. Or no, they don't send anybody. So it's bases juiced. 1 out here for Scheider. I think we got to let Josephat see if he can get the double play to get out of this. So we're going to do it. 0-2. Struck out. Scheider. And now we're going to let him face Lira too. Just get out of it. Just simply get out of it. Okay, pass ball, that scores a run. Shutout's over. First base is open. Pitch around now. 2-2 count. Struck him out. 6-1 ball game. He goes 6 strong. Fantastic stuff from Josephat. We tack on one more. Then we are going to bring on... let's just bring in Clyte, the youngster. Bring him in to pitch with a 6-run lead. Okay. Gives up 2 runs. Tapia and our bats do nothing. Clyte, can you get at it from here, please? Struck out Rutland. So a bit not great there from Clyte, but he gets the pitches well enough. So top 9 now. We do nothing. We're going to take out Clyte and bring in Lucy. Let's bring in Lucy into the game. Luce, whatever his name is. 1-2-3 inning for him, or scoreless frame at least. 7-3 is your final, as we take a 3-1 lead, 1 win away from moving on to the CS. And here we go. We're up 3-1 in the series. Chance to win this one. They have Ismael Barajas, their ace on the bump. We have our ace and Wilson Morales. And then because they have a lefty going and Pineda's been struggling, we have Vince Yates playing center field, trying to unleash this bat against left-handed pitching. And then Gusty's kind of struggled here this postseason, so Oliar is in with this bat against left-handed pitching. And then Vizcaino's been hitting pretty decently well, so we left him in for the start at shortstop. So top 1 here. Boom, already a man on second base. Luis Rodriguez gets plunked. Buddy. First and second, nobody out. Griego. Oh my God, he didn't move, so I thought it was gone. Nope, just perfectly played, 1 down. Juan Ramirez comes up. He goes down swinging. Do not strand both these guys, please. We do. We strand 2 runners with nobody out. And we don't get any runs. So bottom 1. Of course, they're going to get the leadoff man on too. Let's pitch around the next guy. Also perfectly played. They too tag up the runner though, so now they're 90 feet away from scoring with 1 out. Chase Bess comes up. That's crushed to center field. That's gone. 2-run blast. We strand 2. When we had 2 on, nobody out, they hit a 2-run home run. So 2-0 Blue Jays. They have some life this game. Morales gets added from there. Top 2. Offense does nothing. Morales works to score this frame. Offense does nothing. Morales walks a guy. 2 on, 1 out. Punches out the next guy. 2 down now. Luis Arroyo. Dribbler back to Morales. Or no, a little liner. Just makes a stab catch right at the line shot. So still 2-0 here as we move things on to the 4th. Offense does nothing. Bottom 4th. Morales scoreless frame. Offense does nothing. Bottom 5. This DeButch guy just keeps getting on. Ridiculous. Full count to Kim. Struck him out. 2 down. Brings up Chase Bess. Just go after him. Why not? 1-2. Struck him out too. Another scoreless frame for Morales. It's top 6. How about we get the offense going here, huh? Nothing. Bottom 6. Okay. This will be his last batter no matter what. Gets back in the count. Walks him. So 2 on, nobody out. We're taking out Morales. This might be a Carmona appearance. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's bring in Connell, see if he can get a ground ball. He's the ground ball specialist. 2-2. Fly ball. Sick. Not only could he not get a ground ball, he gives up a 3-run home run. It's a 5-0 lead for the Blue Jays. That is the complete opposite of what we wanted to have happen. Gets at it from there, and then they bring in the negative war man. Up 5. Can we do anything offensively? We tack on 1. All right. Nothing else. Connell gives up the leadoff hitter. Let's take him out of the game from here. Let's bring in Senegal. Shotgun Senegal. Just go after him. Struck him out. Go after Arroyo. Pitch around Arroyo. 1-2. Struck him out. 2 down. Now go after Scheider. Struck him out too. Shotgun Senegal comes on. Gets 3 Ks. Strands the runner. We're down 4 here in the top of the 8th. Vince Yates is up. He's hitless. So is Alejar. That play might have not worked. It is a lefty up. Let's just see what he does. Vince Yates, the rookie, taking on the best closer, not named Luis Carmona, and he pops it up to center field. Or not to center field. He pops it up in the infield. 1 down. Langarisa, let's just risp it. We do nothing. Senegal. Scoreless frame. It's top 9. Okay. 2 on, but 2 outs. Alejar against a lefty. Take that first pitch. In there for a strike. But then he hits one down the line. Delivers against a lefty. Is that going to clear the bases, or is that just a 1 RBI? Okay. He tacks on 1. We have 2 in scoring position here with 2 outs. We are down 3. The tying run is at the plate in Alvaro Vizcaíno, who I think we are going to pinch hit for. We are going to bring in, I think, Rocky Gusty. Rocky Gusty is going to come in, pinch hit, take that first pitch, in there for a strike. Gets away. Hell yes. It's a 5-3 game. We're only down 2. Another runner moves up to third base there in Alejar. What does Gusty have? Nothing. Strikes out. We make it close, but the 5-run deficit was too much to come for, or to come back from, as we just couldn't do anything until the very end of the ball game. So we don't advance here. It's now a 3-2 series. We move things on to Game 6. Alrighty, the series is back here in North Carolina. We have Santiago Mendoza on the bump. They have J.J. Miller. The only change we've made is we have the usual Gusty and Pineda in, and then Caffin's playing shortstop against the right-handed pitcher. He's just the better guy against righties, I feel like, and plus Vizcaíno didn't do anything last game, so we're giving Caffin a shot as the switch hitter. And, yeah, so top 1, nothing going. Nothing going for us. They hit a solo shot, it's 1-0 Blue Jays. We do nothing, it's top 3. They get 2 on with 2 outs. Mendoza works a pop fly. Out number 3. Move things on. Bottom 3. We do nothing. Top 4. They get man on, but it's 2 outs. And that should be caught by Pineda. It will indeed. Out number 3. Still a 1-0 game as we move things on. Bottom 4. We do nothing. Mendoza in some trouble. First and second. Nobody out here for Jinho Kim. Full count. Struck him out. 1 down. Brings up Chase Bess, who hits a rocket down the right field line. That'll probably clear the bases if I had to imagine. Make it a 3-0 Blue Jays lead. It does indeed. 3-0 Blue Jays lead. Bess is on second base. We're going to intentionally walk Arroyo, set up the double play, and pitch to Scheider. 2-0 count, not great. He makes us pay. He makes us pay, goes gapping. Brutal. Brutal, brutal, brutal. It's now a 5-0 Blue Jays lead as we are trying our hardest to blow this series. We're going to take Mendoza out of the game, and we are going to bring on... let's go Senegal. Why not? Senegal comes in. Struck out a guy again. Gets a pop fly from Frischker. Out number 3. But we are down 5-0 after a 4-run inning. And move things on. Bottom 5. Here we go. We got a runner on second, but it's 2 outs for Rocky Gusty. Hard hit ball, but right at the second baseman. 3 down. We have an incomplete... Oh, great. Senegal somehow got hurt. I mean, like, he didn't even throw a pitch. How did he get hurt? What? Okay. I mean, I don't really want to blow our best guys here down 5. So, we'll bring in Bayer. Bayer hasn't pitched in a bit. Let's go just Risp. 2 on, 2 outs. Chase Bess goes down swinging. Still a 5-0 game. We have 1 hit. We have the best offense in the league, and we have 1 hit. What is going on? There we go. Runners on the corners, but it's 2 outs for Griego. Line drive lands in. That'll score a run. First and second, 2 outs. We get on the board finally. They bring in the German right-hander. We have Juan Ramirez at the dish, who has done nothing this postseason. And he pops up the right field. We strand 2. We're down 4. It's top 7. Bayer works a scoreless inning. We do nothing. Top 8. We will bring on lefty, lefty, righty. Let's just go Kurt Holmes. Why not? Of course, they tack on 1 more. And that gets over. They tack on another. It's now a 7-1 ball game. Can you get around this guy, please? Line drive to center field. We're just getting destroyed this game. Doesn't even matter what we do. I mean, Jesus Christ. We do nothing at the plates. Top 9. Bring in... I mean, can Holmes just get through this? He's fatigued. Sick. We'll let him get through this batter. Little dribbler. Can you get through this guy too, please? Boom. Strikes him out. We're down 6 heading into the 9th. We do nothing. It's 7-1, and they have tied it up. Game 7 in Raleigh upcoming. So Kamari Senegal has a sore back somehow. He's out for 4 days. Does it say how it happened? No. Because it wasn't like he got it pitching, it didn't seem like. So, like, how the hell did he hurt his back? We are once again finding ourselves in a Game 7 here in the NLDS. Last year it was because we fought back and had all the momentum heading in Game 7. This time it's because we're trying to blow a 3-1 lead. Hopefully that's not going to be the case for us. We have Mike Cinquemani on the bump. They have Josh Hofer, former Raleigh Oak, the Rutgers man. Doesn't say he went to Rutgers here, but if we look at his history, went to Rutgers. He is on the bump for them. He has not had a good season. Let's see if we can get to him here, because the bats have been doing nothing for us. We moved around the lineup a bit. It's Langarisa, Rodriguez, Griego, Tapia, then Amancio, then Ramirez. We moved down. Gusty at third, Caffin at short, and then Vince Yates is playing center field today. Let's just see if we can get a spark here, win this Game 7. Let's get into it. Good start. Nothing going with the bats. Score this frame. Boom. Solo shot for Amancio, I believe that was. Maybe it was Tapia. It might have been Tapia. It was Amancio. Solo shot makes it a 1-0 lead. Let's keep pouring it on. Boom. 2 on, 1 out. Will Caffin, the Aussie, crushes one. Aussie, Aussie, oi, oi. Delivers. The Australian switch-hitting shortstop with a 3-run blast makes it 4-0 Raleigh here in the second inning as we get off to a big lead early here in Game 7. Hell yes, and they're already turning into the bullpen for Daniel Cardoza. I mean, we have to just hit this guy around. This guy cannot be coming in the game shutting us down. We do nothing else that inning. Cinquemani works to score this frame. We do nothing else. Cinquemani gives up 2. Gets at it from there. Cardoza's still on the hill. Okay, Caffin's on second. 1-1 for Vince Yates. 2-1. And the rookie shows up. Punches one out to right field. That'll score Caffin, make it a 5-2 lead as Vince Yates, I believe, picks up his first postseason RBI. He does indeed. The rookie. It's a 5-2 game. Let's steal second base. He's dead meat. Alrighty. Figured it'd be worth it. Did not work, though. Let's score this frame, perhaps? No. They get a man on third base immediately. Rutland hits a sky ball to center field. 1 down, that should tag up the runner, make it 5-3. Can Cinquemani get out of it from there, please? He can. Cardoza somehow has limited the damage here. Does it again. Top 6. Cinquemani scoreless frame. Now they bring in the German. We do not get to him either. Top 7. Cinquemani scoreless frame. They bring in Johnny Pushak. Lefty out of Texas City, Texas. Let's do nothing to him, apparently. Top 8. Cinquemani. Scoreless frame. Bottom 8. We do nothing. And you know who we're turning to. Not Nazario. It's Luis Carmona. Coming in the game to shut the door. Okay. Luis Carmona does not have walk issues, but he walks 2. And it's nobody out, 2 on, and the winning run is at the plate. Ground ball, 4-6-3. 4-6-3, hell yes. 2 down, runner on third. Pitch around this guy. Blows it by him, and we avoid blowing it. The Oaks advance to the championship series. Somehow not blowing this series, winning that Game 7, securing the advancement. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'd imagine Tapia was Tapia was indeed the MVP of the series. He killed it this series. Hit 370 with 4 home runs and 6 ribbies.